Today I am going to share with you some of the don'ts while selecting projects for a freelance job. Okay, so if you are trying to select a project you want to do, and what are the things you should look for and you should never do. Okay, so I have seen a lot of new freelancers who have just come in the field making these mistakes again and again. So here are a few tips to avoid them. Now, the first thing is that which project to take. So a lot of newbies, what they do is they say yes to every project thrown towards them. Okay, so if someone says, okay, I want a website with a Google map and I want multiple markers on it, or I want a logo design with figure or maybe a mascot design, a cartoonic design type of logo, and they don't know how to design that logo, they will say, okay, yes, give me the project. I will ask my friend to make this for me and I will get the money. That's it. I should get the job first. Okay, so this is the wrong technique. Okay, so never try to go with this method. Second thing is that when you are selecting your projects, think about whether this project is going to add some value to your portfolio. If you are a UI designer, you should be looking for better UI design projects rather than, fixing someone's website's code. Okay, so that fixing job will not be added to your portfolio. So think that whether this job is have some value in my portfolio. If I add this to my portfolio, whether it will be upgraded, it will look good, it will look cool in my portfolio. So select projects wisely. Now, the third criteria is that try to do projects you really love to do, and also if they are paying good, then this is, you can say, better. Okay, so if they are paying you good and you love that job, you should always accept that project. Now, the second option is that even if they are not paying you good and it adds more value to your portfolio and you really love doing it, you should also take this project. It will build up your career. Even if they are not paying you good in monetary terms, they are paying you good in value terms. Okay, so your project portfolio value is going to get higher. Okay, now the takeaways are: check the portfolio weight of every project. Okay, so weigh them on value added to your portfolio. Second thing is that if you can't say no to some of your clients, because sometimes there are clients that are very valuable to your business or freelance business, then try to refer them to someone else. Okay, so get someone else and tell them that he is better at 3D Max, or he can design 3D designs for you. Okay, I am not a 3D guy. Now, the second major point about taking projects is that always take projects you are really sure about that you can easily complete it, or 95% or 98% sure that you can make it. Okay, so before taking any project, if you see that in the requirements there is something you have never done but you can do it, search online. Okay, Google it and see if that is possible, or there are solutions or samples available which you can copy. Then that's great. Okay, in programming and coding, it happens a lot. Even with me, when I'm coding someone's website or landing page, I know that there are things I have never done. Okay, so first thing I do is I search or Google it. Okay, then I copy those sample codes and create a folder and keep those links and those codes along with the project files I received from the client. Okay, don't apply for any job where you are not 95 or 98% sure about its job description or details. Second thing is that never try to take risky projects. Okay, risky means sometimes you say, okay, the client is paying me top dollars, he's paying me very good. Okay, so I should take it, man. That's $1,000 I'm missing out for a small job. Somehow I will figure out how to do it. So this is very risky. Don't try to risk your client trust or your reputation with that client for these kind of risky projects. Okay, just tell them that this is not possible for me. I'm going to recommend another one for another person which is good at this skill, and you should talk to them. I will send you their email or Skype ID or something like that. Okay, Second thing is, don't take experimental projects when you are at short deadlines. Experimental means when you are in the start of your career, most of the time you will see some projects then that you think that I can somehow, maybe I will be able to do it. Okay, so you have some doubt about that project. Okay, so if you have a doubt and you know that the deadline is very short, you should not take it. Okay, some of the projects I did very in the beginning of my freelance career, I developed a website, even I don't know any jQuery at that time. Okay, so I had to use a image slider at the top, and it took me like 7 or 8 days like just to figure it out, that how its CSS is working and how its code is working. Okay, so fact is that at that time my client didn't had any deadline. Okay, so if you have no deadline, you are taking a local client from around you, or he is your friend or maybe family person, or he knows you personally and he is not in a hurry, you can experiment, take experimental projects where you know that you can maybe somehow manage to do it. Now the key takeaways is that don't try to ask your friend to complete your own project. Okay, so you should know that you can do it easily. Okay, first thing. Second is that if you are not sure about any project deadline or its risk factor, try to ask the client more questions about it, okay, before starting any project. So this is all about taking projects. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now this is really going to hurt you because it hurts me a lot. Why? Because you are doing projects for free. Okay, man, that's really desperate. I have seen a lot of freelancers, what they do is they are doing their projects in the start for free. Okay, so this is really bad. It will really ruin your reputation. Free also means that you are doing projects on a very cheap rate, like $5. I'm going to develop a website in just $5. Okay, that's hilarious, man. It is going to really damage your reputation and your portfolio. Okay, so next time that client will never pay you, okay, even for the next projects. So they will always pay you $5. This is a mistake I have seen a lot of new freelancers they make. They offer a very big gig on Fiverr for $5 and they suffer a lot in the end because it is wastage of their time. Okay, so that is all about all the tips about selecting and accepting projects, which kind of projects you need to ignore and which kind of projects you need to select. So if you have any questions, ask me. Let's move on to the next lesson.